I'm Michael, and you're gonna learn something today. Hello and welcome back to... I'm Michael, and I want to show you some new transmitter. That's maybe a way better introduction. This is the new MZ12 Pro from Graupner. And you maybe know the old MZ12. It had 6 channels, Graupner hot protocol, really nice small transmitter. This is now the evolution of this thing. The 12 Pro has not 6 channels, it really has these 12 channels. It had 12 full channels to transmit. It has, I think the old one had like 20 model memory. This now has 250, so I think that's enough. As well, when you switch it on or off, it's got some integrated speaker now that you can also use to output voice messages. So I can assign some switches to voice output, like for example, this transmitter also has an integrated LiPo. You can charge it with USB. A close-up of the rear view, you can see the headphones jack, the data port, and the USB. USB can be used for flashing, it can be used for updating your firmware, and as well you can use it as a joystick interface. This middle one, the data port, can be used to output Crossfire compatible signal. Crossfire V2 to be precise. So this is quite fast. I don't have the refresh rate in mind. Fire here. I just directly soldered to the pins inside, and I also just used ground and signal for the one reason that I want to use it with an external LiPo. By this I have the ground reference and the signal. You can also use it with ground, positive and signal. Then the transmitter powers the Crossfire. Made of taste. Can you spot the obvious? There is no antenna sticking out here. I'll create now a new model memory and show you some of the new features. So let's go into here. First, you see there is really a lot of model memories. I'll just stop here and take one of the upper ones. Number 10, that's nice. Racecopter pilot. I'll use the Racecopter. Yes, I know, set failsafe. Let's dive into this. For Racecopter pilots, it's quite a nice feature to train your reaction time on starts. So you've got here this menu point called race timer. What have we got here? We can assign it a switch. We did it. So what happens when you press it now? Let's go out of the menu.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And that's the start. 0 or 0 is start. That's quite nice. And what it also does, it measures your reaction time. So
5,
I'll do this again.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And then you throttle up, you see it's 0.5 seconds it took me to react. That's quite nice. What's even nicer for training your reaction time, random start. That means within the next 5 seconds there will be the start signal. You know it, start signal in less than 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Oh, nothing happens.
0.
And then you also heard the integrated speaker as a feature. Let's dive into the voice out. So I'll just take any switch and assign it some voice command. So I press enter here on voice command number 1. Which switch should be used? This one. Put it to the on position. So it's switch number 3. Now I want to set some nice message.
Motor aus, Motor an, Motor aus,
That's nice. Okay, so when I put down,
Motor aus, Motor aus,
I did it for the wrong one.
Motor aus,
I want the motor out off on the lower position
Motor aus, Motor an,
and motor on the upper one.
Motor aus, Motor an, Motor aus, Motor an.
Of course you can use all of those 7 switches to assign them some voice output. What else do we have? That was too much. Of course, since it's 12 channels, you now can set the trebles for all 12. Not too exciting. You can set, of course, all the channels which input should be used. This here, K1 curve. That means you now have a 5-point curve for throttle. That's quite nice because maybe you have a very powerful quad and your hover position is like down here. When you cannot handle this properly, what you can do, you just set a new point and it's clear what's happening. You can use up to 5 points for this. Nice handy features if you need it. Flight phases, nothing new. You have additional new mixers. I think it was before just 1 or 2 free mixers, also with 5-point curves. Now it's 5. Here on the general settings, you see I've set the output of the data port to Crossfire. Here for the USB joystick interface, failsafe, of course, now also as well for all 12 channels. Nothing too exciting. Wireless trainer system for all channels. You can of course set if it should be the trainer or the pupil that use it, and you can assign a switch to it. Best is to use a momentary switch, so you let go and the teacher has power again. With my personal highlights about the MZ12 Pro, the racecopter pilots are definitely the integrated antenna, so I cannot break anything. The Crossfire output, also fantastic. The voice with integrated loudspeaker can come in handy as well for warnings. Before, it just, the old MZ12, when you didn't hook up a earbud, it just did beep when any alarm happened. So now I can say it's a voltage warning or capacity warning when you use it with telemetry data. That's just awesome. The 250 model memory, also awesome. And beside this, it's red. Just fantastic. Have fun. This thing will be in store soon. I think it will be about 200 euros. A bit above 200 euros, including a receiver, and a bit less than 200 if I'm informed correct without receiver. So transmit only when you just want to upgrade. Bye bye.